version of it though. Still good, still good. Scored a 90th minute equaliser on top 11. I've won the league already by quite a margin. I mean, top 11. When it first came out, I was. What league are Harrogate in? They're in the National League North, aren't they? Same league as Salford, I think. Are they second in the league? Holland's been brought on. So is Robinson. Oh, Holland was already on. What am I talking about? Robinson's been brought on. 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, 3 in midfield, 2 up front. Good stuff. I am another left winger I could use, because when Johnston's injured, Green's our only choice left winger. So even though Johnston's back now, I'd like that extra cover. And then maybe another right back, because we've got Robinson and we've got Grant, but a third choice. Yeah, you finishing second to Salford. I mean, to be fair, Salford of everything about Salford at the moment is fantastic. So finishing second, you've basically finished first, because Salford are just running away with it. Were you first at one point? I didn't know that. Next, London Coney. Okay, now we get to play them in the cup. Hopefully it doesn't get rained off again. Oh yeah, that one was at home. Okay. I thought we might have just had a problem at home with Goslin, but no. Seems okay. Just bad day for the match, whenever it was. Who are the other three teams in the playoffs? Alright, Harrogate Town. Get a team report first. So what players can you recommend that might be willing to drop down a few leagues to join me on loan, perhaps? Because I don't think we can afford transfer fees or anything, even with the wage. I mean, maybe. I'll put in a bid. Like left winger, there's one. Bailey Goods, ring any bells? I'll get a scout report on him for the time being. About the under 18s. No one there. Josh Thompson is a left winger. Belshaw is the goalkeeper. Oh yeah, there's Thompson. Apparently he's a centre midfielder on here. And Belshaw is the keeper. Yep, that's pretty accurate. What about right back? This guy's available for loan. Yeah, he wanted to play with high quality players. That's probably going to be our stumbling block for the majority of this. Maybe for the first couple of seasons, in fact. Snooty managers that thinking their players need to play with higher quality players. Just playing football raises the quality levels. Alright, there's my scout report of them. I'll keep hold of that for the time being. Playoffs at the moment: Harrogate, Brackley, Kidderminster, Stockport, Chorley and Bradford Park. Oh yeah, it's the new 6-team system, isn't it? Yeah, I was explaining that to my dad the other day. That's pretty cool. What do you think of the new playoff system? Okay, that song just ended. Weird. Alright. They want 20 grand for him. If I give you 10 up front, and then 10 in installments, we'll lock that. Cool. They're happy with that. That's rare. Makes it harder to get through to the final and get promoted, but more fair on the other teams. Yeah, I imagine... Oh, he's not interested. I imagine it's set up for additional promotions and relegations in the future. So when they... If they make it like between League 1 and League 2, 4 teams go up, 4 teams go down. It might be set up with that in mind, so first, second, third will get automatic promotion, and then the 4 teams after that will go into a playoff. Maybe that's why they brought it in, so it's ready for that. I don't know. I don't know. They might always play it just the way it is. What song's this? Oh, Imagine Dragons. I didn't know they did this song. Yeah, there you go. You learn something new every day. I should look at this. That's not what I wanted. Team report. Alright, what are they most vulnerable to facing? 4-4-2. Okay. They concede most of their goals between 46 and 60 minutes via through balls from the left wing. Okay. I was going to set up with the 4-2-3-1, but judging by that, we'll go with the 4-4-2. Stevenage. Where to begin? I still don't think sacking Saul was the right decision. The fact is, since Dino came in, Dino Marmaria, we've only won twice. We've drawn twice, I think, and we've lost the rest. I'm not convinced. Our disciplinary record has gotten worse, in my opinion. Some of the goals we've conceded have been awful. And I don't think you can still use the excuse of new manager at this point, because he's had 6-7 games now, I think. So we really should be performing better. You know, Saul hadn't lost the dressing room when he left. The results weren't great, but they also weren't terrible. I think reality was actually catching up with expectation. There was a couple of games where we were 2-0 up and then conceded badly. There was one game against Accrington where we were 2-0 up and lost 3-2. But you take those games out of the equation, even the draws. Yeah, we lost a 2-goal advantage, but we didn't lose the game. Whereas now we're losing goals and we're not scoring as many, so we're not getting back into matches after getting into losing positions. So I'm not full of that much optimism for tomorrow. We've got injuries and suspensions tomorrow as well, which does not help. I'd like to think we can turn it around by the start of next season, though. We'll see. We'll see. I think tomorrow we're probably going to lose, though, because Exeter are right up the top of the table. And then we got Wickham away for the final game, and I have a horrible feeling we're going to lose that one as well. But you never know. I could be wrong. I might be reading too much into it as well. Oh, I forgot to put Cartwright back in the starting lineup, and Douglas Pringles just made the mistake. Nearly cost him. Let's see how we do. Let's just see how we do. Relax, enjoy the game. Grant with the throw. To Peter Wilson. Back to Drewson. Inside to McGregor. Yeah, Peter Wilson, he's just not as mobile. Is it the last games of the National League tomorrow? Must be, because I think, yeah, if the Football League ends next week, they staggered them all now, haven't they? They used to all finish on the same day, but I think staggering them is actually quite smart. You get the best crowds then. Because less people will go to the Football League matches this week, because there's still another week, so they'll go to them instead. Peter Wilson, back of the net, and he's onside. Oh, there you go. I criticise him, he starts performing. Well, hopefully Harrogate get to Wembley then. I mean, I'm looking at the teams that you've said are in the playoffs, and there's none others there that I have that much of an interest in. Kidderminster maybe, because I'd like them to get back to where they were. Because, you know, they actually were really good to Stevenage. The day Stevenage won the league at their place, they let the fans on the pitch. They put out congratulatory messages on the PA. They were really, really gracious about it. So, I got nice things to say about Kidderminster. It's a nice stadium as well. Obviously right next to the Severn Valley. The rest of them I don't really know much about. Brackley. I always thought Brackley was, is it Northamptonshire or Berkshire? Brackley? Must be a number of teams from each section means Brackley ended up in the north. Was that on your way to Wembley? Yeah, on the way through to Wembley. I'll wave as you go past. Brackley Town. Yeah, Northamptonshire. Thought so. It's one of those weird things about the English football pyramid is if there's, particularly from the National League, if more than one team from the north gets relegated, then one has to go into the south. Anyway. Cartwright on for Douglas Pringle. At least the match plan's made up for my little cock up at the start there. Get there, Holland. He's not. He's not. Oh, Cartwright, I think, was the letdown there. It was a good pass through, but Cartwright was the favourite to start with. He just not fast enough. Then Holland had to come over and try and cover. Look at that. This guy's fast. No, Brian was just sucked into it. Not great. Wilson off, Thompson on. That's P. Wilson off. So Keith Wilson's up front on his own now. And then Thompson off, Dinsmore on. I need to change that. Shouldn't make the substitution there. They could have easily just switched Keith Wilson into the attacking midfield role there. He didn't have to make the substitution. That's all three of our subs now in the first half because they had to make it for that. That's so stupid. Anyway, all square going into the break. Here we go, second half. Grant with some weird flying volley thing. Dinsmore flicked on. Wilson not really paying attention. Great Western, mostly. Great Western is definitely my favourite type of preserved railway. Rolling stock, definitely. Great Western. So it'll be chocolate and cream carriages, maybe is it the tourist coaches you can get on there? I'm trying to remember now. And then panniers, prairies, kings, collets, and then some guest locos, a few diesels as well, so I can do first person through the cab type videos, a couple of DMUs, and let's say guest locos, 2MT, 4MT, maybe a 6MT. And I suppose because it's fictional, I can have it in my head like they have an example of every one of the main types of steam locomotive that ran in the UK. But it'll be mostly steam. It's all semaphore signals and stuff. Oh, Dinsmore. That's a bit lucky. Yeah, I think I've got the Riviera in the 50s. They weren't so damn expensive, even with the massive sales that were on recently. Still pretty hefty prices to buy it all. I got quite a lot of it quite a long time ago. So oh, that's an unlucky free kick there. That Dinsmore again. Wow. We're down to 10 and yet we've managed to score twice. I'm not a massive fan. Oh, Fulham are 2-1 up now. I'm not a massive fan of Brighton Main Line. I don't know why. I think it's because it's just... I like junctions and that sort of thing. I like it where there's lots of trains doing lots of movements. So, you know, Clapham Junction's perfect for that, which is on the Brighton Main Line, to be fair. But just two lines through cuttings and tunnels and stuff where once every 20 minutes you might see another train go the other way. Doesn't really appeal to me. That's why I like the idea of preserved railways, because really the timetable is way more intensive than you'd normally get on a line of that kind. So it's going to be a preserved railway, but it's going to be a double track main line, and it's going to be run to that kind of standard as well. Regular trains running from all different destinations on that route. And hopefully it works out quite nicely. Alright, I'm just trying to see who scored for Fulham tonight. Piazzon scored the equaliser. That was a good result in that cup game, by the way. 4-1, down to 10 men, and we scored 3 more goals. Quite impressed by that. Looks like McGregor's injury isn't serious as well, which is another bonus. Alright, maybe not 20 minutes, but it feels like a long time. Yes! Mitrovic scored for Fulham against Sunderland. That's all I wanted from him when he went out on loan. That's all I wanted from him, is if you score against Sunderland, you will come back a hero. The 150s are quite nice. The 376. Is that one of the Electrostars? That must be one of the Southern Electrostars. Oh! Yeah. The southeastern ones. Just looked it up on Google. I actually quite like, I mentioned it in my OpenTTD video actually. I don't know if you watched them or not, Josh, but the 319s, I'm kind of glad to see they're being reused around the country, because they're good trains. They did a good job. They actually, 2 of them have been through the Channel Tunnel, believe it or not. They carried passengers between England and France when the Channel Tunnel was first opened. It's kind of like one of these tourist things. Visit the tunnel before it becomes a mainline route. That's pretty cool. The fact that they're built to that standard. Yeah, my preserved route is the Somerset Hills Railway. The junctions are there mainly for operational interest. I always think of it as like a model railway layout, where you don't just want one train doing little bits of shunting here and there. You want lots of trains doing lots of movements. Yep, Northern have got pretty much all of them except for 19. 19 319s are being converted to 769 flexes, and they'll be used by GWR on the Oxford to Gatwick Airport route via Reading. In fact, if you go and watch my OpenTTD episode from today, I talk about it, because the media have called the flexes tri-mode trains, whereas I argue that they're not tri-mode, they are still bi-mode. They are bi-mode dual voltage. Because my argument is, if they're tri-mode just because they've got third rail shoes and overhead electrification, then that means all dual voltage trains in the UK are bi-mode, which they're not. So they're bi-mode dual voltage trains. Alright, we've got a new right back. So that's that one sorted. He's actually, yeah, he's better than Grant. I don't think we are going to play him ahead of Grant though, but it's nice to have that experience in the squad. This song is not what I thought it was going to be either. I suppose I'll let it play through. Because everything is awesome after all. Some weird remix version of it. I'm amazed Newcastle haven't tweeted about Mitrovic yet. It's been, what, nearly 5 minutes since he scored. Free kick to Fulham on edge of the box. Let's see what happens. I didn't get the match up on my other screen in the end. Sheffield have offered a contract to Dinsmore. Not United or Wednesday, just Sheffield. Alright, next match. Here we go. London Lions. Should I bring Ming in to the bench? Do you know what? I am. I'm going to bring Cartwright in for Douglas Pringle. God, I didn't even know Sunderland's keepers knew how to make a save. There you go. What do I know? Oh, that's the other thing I'm going to do. I'm going to take out Wilson and I'm going to start Dinsmore. There we go. Start. Bloody kit clash again. Could we not wear our white kit for this? Might need to get a third kit. Even if I don't get an image made from Sparky. Just realised something else as well. Bloody Moobot not posting the messages properly. Oh, Cartwright. He's injured. He's injured. No. He's pulled his knee ligaments. Oh, Jacob. That's bad news. Oh, bring him back into the lineup and he goes and does that. Feel for him. Genuinely feel for him. Right. Why is Moobot not repeating the messages like I wanted it to? I think that's it set up. Right, I think that's it set up. We'll never know. Some of this stuff, man. Alright, we'll see if that's worked. Command timers. Yeah, okay. I don't think I had the timers set up properly. Cool, right. Cartwright is still out there at the moment. I think the auto sub will kick in at half time, maybe, if we're still drawing. I don't know if I can risk leaving him out there for that long though. Oh, I thought that had gone in. Green volleys it back in. Headed away. Cartwright seems to be okay. Yeah, I was actually quite shocked here about Avicii. Probably more shocked than perhaps I should be, especially when compared to some of the other people that have passed away this year. Right, Grant's picked up an injury now as well. Oh, great tackle, Dinsmore. Finds Green. Continues his run. He's such a hard worker. Oh, what a goal. Wilson's header. Dinsmore is such a hard worker. He lost the ball, won it back, passed it to Green, ran down the channel, picked out perfectly by Green. He just has to play it in the area and he knows. Was it suicide? Oh god. When the news first broke, my friend was saying that apparently he had health problems. Bloody hell. That is not good. Yeah, it's a big shame. Alright, half time approaching. Grant's come off. Cartwright's still out there though. I think out the two of them, Cartwright probably should have been the one to be brought off. There you go. Half time. Let's see if I can find out what. So yours is potential knee injury. Lower leg injury. Okay. I mean, they're both bad injuries. Is it a bad injury? Or is it he just been clattered? Has he got the fire in his eyes? Is he going to go kill someone now? Jones, great first time volley. Green, again, plays it in the area. He knows Dinsmore's going to be there. He crosses it in low. Wilson, 2-0. Winded but up on his feet again. Okay, that's not too bad then.